A wise and beloved king passed away, leaving behind his vast kingdom and great fortune to his only son. On his deathbed, the king called the young prince close and gave him parting advice. "Be humble, kind, and courageous," he said, his voice fading. "What lies ahead will not be easy." Then he handed the prince a small wooden box. "Open this when you are in trouble. It was given to me by my father and helped me greatly when I needed it most." The young prince, overwhelmed by grief and the weight of his new responsibilities, did his best to follow his father's words. But caution is often reserved for the experienced, and he found himself more drawn to the pleasures of power and wealth. He hosted grand feasts, ignored wise counsel, and neglected the tedious work of governance. Soon, the consequences of his inattention began to unfold. One crisis followed another. Drought, rebellion, and unrest shook the kingdom. The once stable realm began to crumble. Desperate and afraid, the young king remembered his father's final gift. He rushed to find the box. With trembling hands, he opened it. Inside, there was no letter or secret treasure, only a single golden ring. Engraved on its surface were 4 simple words: "This too will pass." At first, he was puzzled. How could these words possibly help him in such chaos? But he recalled the importance his father had placed on the ring. Trusting its significance, he wore it. Not long after, another crisis struck. Panic rose in his chest, and his thoughts spiraled into fear. But then his eyes caught the glint of the ring. He read the words again: "This too will pass." A calm washed over him. His mind cleared. He began to think more rationally, take measured actions, and slowly guided the kingdom back to stability. Over time, the young king learned to look at the ring not only during hardship, but also in moments of celebration. When wealth flowed and praises echoed through the halls, the ring reminded him that good fortune, too, is fleeting. So he prepared, saving resources, training leaders, and strengthening the kingdom for the challenges that would inevitably come. Through this simple but powerful wisdom, the kingdom flourished. Crises came, but they were quickly overcome. Times of prosperity lasted longer because they were used wisely and never taken for granted. Dear friends, the future is always uncertain. There will be both joy and hardship. When in doubt, remember the wisdom of the king. This too will pass. Appreciate the good, prepare for the bad, and stay mindful of the present, because nothing lasts forever.